So I watched Superbunnyhop's critical close-up of Metal Gear Solid 4. Wow, just amazing. Um, I don't want to talk about that yet. I'll talk about that later. He made good points. I was a big MGS4 fan. I was wondering if there was certain stuff going on, like I like the cutscenes, I like the production, the fact that they have a threat meter opposed to customly changing the uniform with the background. Like everyone says that should be streamlined a bit. I think it was Superbunnyhop or Matthew Matosis who said that. The cutscenes, uh, stealth stuff, pretty good. Seemed very over the top fighting the Metal Gears. I liked how the timeline changed so much from the other games to this timeline. Like Metal Gear is just taking over all of the Middle East and stuff. He made Superbunnyhop made good points though. The gameplay obviously isn't as good. Um, I like the threat meter, the threat circle, but there's like small stuff to like. He mentioned watch this video. He mentions a lot of cool stuff that you can do in MGS3 that you just can't do in MGS4, and that makes it a lesser game in terms of gameplay. In terms of story, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in it. He mentions a lot of fan service that isn't really fan service in his opinion, but I think it's definitely fan service. I think it's a very Kojima-ish game, and it's definitely above most games, just not Metal Gear Solid games. The first three Metal Gear Solid games, and it's very, very Kojima-ish. He does a lot of stuff like over the top Japanese humor stuff, and that's great. Uh, I agree. Like the whole Ocelot versus Snake thing seems way over the top. The Gear versus Gear thing seems over the top. I feel it's probably some story problems. Obviously, the bosses aren't as interesting. You don't have to come up with these creative strategies. You just shoot stuff. A lot of the game you just shoot stuff. Again, the gameplay isn't as good as previous games. But there was like this innovative stuff like with Psycho Mantis or like the end and stuff. The multiple ways of being the end. Storyline stuff, I don't feel like it made a statement like Metal Gear Solid 2 did. Although I'm still hoping, replaying it, that I'll have something like Metal Gear, like, this is interpretation of the world as if they were in a VR simulation or something like that. That would explain some of the plot holes. I'm not hoping for something like that. I feel like if Kojima actually wanted to make the game, he wouldn't have brought back Snake. He would have brought in another character. And just some possible clash with Konami. Not to mention fans in this game. Superbunnyhop mentions how they got fan translators and fans of Kojima to work on the game, also someone he could argue with, make the game better, which is always a problem. Always need someone to argue with to make stuff better. Otherwise, I would just make conspiracy theory stuff and not stuff that normal fans would like. My example. And, that's pretty much my thoughts on Metal Gear Solid 4 Critical Close Up by Superbunnyhop. Oh, also, I think this blew away Matthew Matos's review. Like, it's probably one of the better reviews of the year. Pretty amazing. A lot of cool stuff this year already with Dragon Ball Fighter Z and this video game wise, and this review. This is probably a review of the year, and could have been longer, but like I felt like it went through. Like you just think about it, there's like little stuff that'll bother you about Metal Gear Solid 4 after watching this review. Still, he calls it a massive train wreck. I don't know if it's a train wreck. It's just not as good as like Metal Gear Solid 1 and 3. It's like, I think standing on it by its own is probably alright. It's a fun game, good laughs, and the storyline of like I don't know if it was like a comedy, like a. Some of the stuff is just very funny, like stopping the war economy, stopping all this stuff. It seemed pretty funny to me, but like, on the other hand, like it is a big change. Like stuff you have to think about, maybe whether it's humorous or something thought provoking, something to think about, and I hope it gets better. See you guys later. I mean, obviously that was gonna happen with like fingerprinted guns. Like I do wonder the future of that. Like, what if somebody controlled the fingerprints? Could they like take over the world that way? Probably shouldn't have said too much. Bro, stop here.